We're delighted to bring in our guest for the evening here from the Huntington North Vikings. We have Tony Decker, the quarterback. Tony, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, talk about this season. I mean, the rebound that we've seen from Huntington North. I mean, how special has it been to be part of what this team's been able to do so far?
It's been great. My coaches and teammates love it. I mean, we're having a great time this year. This season was really fun for us, and we're just going to continue to work.
Sure. Talk about this season for you, coming in as the quarterback and really taking over this program, installing that offense that Mike Eschbrock has brought in. What's that been like, learning that offense and how it's really kind of turned the tides for you guys?
Learning this offense has been a little different since, Prescott going from a run-heavy team. This year, doing a lot of no-back and a lot of more passing. So just learning that and learning what we can do to expand from that has been really good for us.
Sure. Your maturation as a quarterback, for you, just talk about your skill development and the work that you've put in to become a really good quarterback in this league. Over 2,000 yards of total offense, 36, I think, touchdowns on the year. Just how cool and what have you been able to do to mature as a quarterback?
Uh, I think this off season, working really hard in the weight room, staying after to throw with my teammates, building that chemistry up, and just working hard every day.
Sure. Uh, for you, I mean, the ability to get it done through the air, on the ground. Is there something when you find pay dirt? Is it better? What do you think? Throwing a touchdown or running for one? What's your preference, or if you have one? If that, if I may ask.
Uh, Personally, I like running a touchdown, but I like hitting my receivers on some deep routes too.
Sure. Go ahead,
Hey,
coach.
yeah, Tony, Coach Griffith here, and you know, I was telling, and you may have heard in the prior to coming on here, um, one of my former assistants, Jeremy Markham, is your AD there at Huntington North, so I keep a close tab on things that are happening in Viking land. Talk about going from a year ago where things weren't going very well to now that you get to a year where you get a winning record and you're heading into the sectional with a little bit different attitude than maybe you had a year ago. Talk about that, feeling from, your standpoint as the quarterback and as the coaches and players and things of that nature.
I think last I think last year, just being first year with our new coach, people were trying to learn how to win since we haven't had a winning season in a long time. But this year, we've really stepped it up. Our culture's been better. We've been having better practices. Our off season was a lot better, and now we're learning how to win. And not only we're learning how to win the right way, we're learning how to put teams away, a couple shutouts. Um, yeah, just trying to build up momentum for this sectional. Hopefully, we get a good run here.
Yeah, when you look at your schedule here that we have up, you guys started out strong and getting out to a fast start, winning at Eastbrook, which is never easy, and what they have as an offense can cause teams a lot of problems. So that was a big win. You win against my alma mater, almost put up 60 against them, and in that, and then you played an East Noble team, pretty close. Talk about, some of the, losses like to East Noble and Columbia City that were games that were tight ball games that maybe just came up short on you guys' part.
Yeah, in those games, we started out strong. We just made a lot of mistakes that we couldn't clean up, and it cost us the game. But I feel like if we were to play those teams again, we would be more prepared and try to clean up some of those mistakes.
Sure.
Talk about what you're expecting from this Frankfurt team coming up this week. You got them at home. Yeah, you got them at home. But what do you know of Frankfurt?
We don't know a whole lot. We know that they haven't won a game this year, but we're probably gonna this week watch some film about them. But I think as a whole, we're trying to look towards Marion already. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, certainly, don't look too far ahead, but also too for you guys, the defensive side of the ball too, averaging 19.4 points per game. And we've talked a lot about the offense, but the defense has come to play too. Just talk about the growth of that unit and what you've been able to see. And I know just the different guys that have come along and how that's benefited you guys throughout the season.
Yeah, I think our defense is definitely one of our strong points. We have a lot of guys that have been 2 or 3 year starters for the defense. Jason Toy, Sully Stahl, myself, Tatum Brooks. We have a lot of seniors on our defensive group, and I feel like with that leadership just brings a lot of energy and helps our other guys get riled up.
Sure. Also a track runner real quick before you go. The what is it? The sectional champion in the 4x4 with those guys. I mean, we got a lot of great athletes. Talk about that. I mean, the opportunity, the other sports at Huntington North, how you guys have been able to help that, and you can call yourself a sectional champion in track, and just that speed element. How has that benefited you as a quarterback?
I think my speed does help me because if the pocket collapses, I'm able to escape and run for a couple yards, maybe get a first down. And a lot of our other guys are pretty fast too. I can flip it out to them real quick and they can run for 5 or 6 yards, get a first down. So I think that really helps us.
Sure. What's next for you after
Uh,
high school? Do you think you'll continue to play? What does that landscape look like for you?
whatever God has in the state for me. I'm looking to play college football at the next level, but we'll see.
All right. Well, that sounds good. Senior for the Huntington North Vikings. Well, Tony, I thank you so much for joining us tonight. Good luck the rest of the way. It's been impressive to see Huntington North all season long and what this program has become. You guys are sitting at 6-3, which I think is the best. I mean, in a long, long time for you guys. I think 2009, the last time you put up numbers like this. So. And the statistically awesome as well. So we wish you the best of luck the rest of the way. You guys are in that sectional 20 with Muncie Central, Logansport, Culver, Lebanon, Marion, and Frankfort, your opponent on Friday. So teams that we're not familiar with in this area. So by all means, go out there and win the sectional because out of that group, you're the ones that we'll be rooting for.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us tonight. That was Tony Decker, the quarterback for Huntington North, joining us on Upon Further Review.